Okay, so let us try to define once again the refraction of light. What do you mean by refraction, beta? Definition of refraction is that when a light is been traveling from one medium to another medium, then it gets deviated from its actual path. This phenomenon of light is called as what? Refraction. In other language, we also call it as what? Bending of light when it moves from one medium to another medium is called as of your refraction. What do you mean by interface, beta? The line which is differentiating the rarer medium and denser medium is called as what? Interface. This yellow one is called as what for me? Interface. It is separating the rarer medium and denser medium. Wherever air is being present, that is called as what, beta? Rarer medium. Wherever water is being present, or kerosene is being present, or oil is being present, that medium is called as what for me? Denser medium. Now see here, when a ray of light is entering from rarer medium like this, in a straight line it is entering. Okay, I told you this angle with a normal is called as what? Angle of incidence. Actually, light will always travel in a straight line like this. But due to the medium, what is happening is it is bending towards the normal like this. This angle is called as what? Refraction. So the bending of the light is known as what, beta? Refraction. This is your bending of light. So this one is called as what for me? Refracted ray. Refracted ray. Denser medium. It is bending. This one is called as what for me, beta? Incident ray. This is called as what for me? Incident ray. This is your incident ray. Actually, incident ray should have been traveled in a straight line because light always travels in a straight line like this. But when it is entering from air to water, it is bending towards the normal. It is called as what? Refracted ray. Okay, and you know that angle made by incident ray with the refracted ray is known as what? Deviation, dou. So what is the dou? Dou is known as what? Deviation. What do you mean by deviation? Angle made by incident ray. Angle made by your incident ray with your refracted ray. With your refracted ray is called deviation. Is called deviation. Clear? Done, beta. What do you mean by I, beta? I is known as of your incident ray. I is known as incident ray. What do you mean by I? R. R is known as what for me? Refracted angle. Incident ray or incident angle. What do you mean N, beta? N is nothing but normal. This is the terminology. Clear, beta? So what you got it? Whenever a light is moving from rarer medium to denser medium, write it. Whenever a ray of light, whenever a ray of light moves from rarer medium. What do you mean by rarer medium, beta? Like air. Rarer medium to denser medium. To denser medium. Denser medium means like water or oil or kerosene, anything, isn't it? So whenever a ray of light moves from rarer medium to denser medium, the refracted ray the refracted ray moves near normal. See the diagram? So this refracted ray is bending towards the normal or not? This refracted ray. This one is very nearer to this blue line or not? So it is bending like this, very nearer to the normal. That bending towards the normal is when a ray of light is entering from which medium? Whenever a ray of light is moving from rarer medium to denser medium, the refracted ray will move near normal. Am I clear with this point, everyone? Am I clear, beta? Sure. Case 2. This one was case 1, beta. Okay. Now see. This is your interface beta. And this one is your normal. Normal is always 90 degrees with interface. This one is normal represented by N. And this one is your refracted ray. This is your interface. This is your interface. Okay. And this one is right now, say for example, rarer medium. This one is your denser medium. RM means what beta? Rarer medium. RM is nothing but what for me? Rarer medium. What is rarer medium? Rarer medium is like air. What do you mean by DM? DM is nothing but denser medium. Denser medium like what? Water, H2O. Clear? Now see, when a ray of light is moving from denser medium to rarer medium, let's see. This one. Angle made by the incident ray with the normal is known as angle of incident. Angle of incidence. This is known as incident ray. Angle made by your normal is called as angle of incidence. Now what is happening in this one? See, whenever a ray of light is going from denser medium to rarer medium, it bends away from the normal like this. So this is your R. Okay. Now see here, R is greater than I. Angle of refraction is greater than I. In the previous case, angle of incidence was greater beta. Here I is greater than. All right, here I is greater than angle of refraction. What do you mean by deviation beta? Here anyone formula? Deviation dou will be equal to I minus R. Because larger angle minus smaller angle is known as of your deviation. So dou is equals to I minus R. Clear? Now see case number 2. Whenever a ray of light is going from denser medium to rarer medium, it bends away from the normal. RM is rarer medium, DM is your denser medium. So angle of refraction is greater than angle of incidence. Now, what do you mean by deviation beta? The light always travels in a straight line. If medium gonna take a point A, this might have been traveled in the straight line because light always travels in the straight line. Angle made by the incident ray with the refracted ray is known as deviation. Here the deviation will be equal to R minus I. Clear? So deviation formula is what here? Dou is equals to angle of incidence minus, angle of refraction minus angle of incidence. R minus of your I. This is your deviation. Clear? So whenever a ray of light is going from denser medium to rarer medium, denser medium means this is like say for example water or maybe any oil, any denser medium. When it is moving from denser medium to rarer medium, this yellow light which is been present here, it will try to bend towards your normal. Okay, so this one is known as of your refracted ray. Am I clear for everyone? Am I clear for everyone? Done, beta? Chalo. So what do you mean by definition of refraction, everyone? So refraction is nothing but bending of light. You got an idea? Case number one says that whenever a light is going from air to water, the refracted ray will bend towards the normal. Case number two, whenever the ray of light is going from water to air, that is denser medium to rarer medium, the refracted ray will bend away from the normal. Am I clear? Write that one here. Whenever a ray of light, whenever a ray of light goes from denser medium to rarer medium, then refracted ray, will bend away from normal, am I clear? Okay, so whenever a ray of light goes from denser medium to your rarer medium, then the refracted ray will bend away from normal. It will bend away from your normal. Am I clear? So whenever a ray of light is going from denser medium to rarer medium, the yellow light is been moving away from the normal. The angle made by the normal with refracted ray is known as what? Angle of refraction. R. Rm means rarer medium. Dm means denser medium. Clear? Chalo, very good. Next slide is loss of refraction. Okay. Where the next heading, beta? Loss of your refraction. Loss of refraction. What are the laws of refraction, beta? First law you see, beta. First law says that incident ray, comma, refracted ray incident ray, comma, refracted ray, and normal all lie in the same plane. All lie in the same plane. Okay. So what is the first law? Incident ray, refracted ray, and normal. All will lie in what? Same plane. That means all of them will be in the only one X plane or maybe Y plane or maybe in the Z plane. And next one and very important, that is about your Snell's law. Okay. What do you mean by Snell's law, beta? Anyone? What do you mean by Snell's law? Anyone? Chalo. This is your interface. This is your normal. And whenever a light is going from rarer medium to denser medium, let's say this is your rarer medium. Okay. It will bend towards your normal like this. This is R. This is your I. This is your N. Rarer medium to this one is denser medium. Okay. So we defined a term called as what here? A refractive index. Snell's law says that this is made up of one refractive index mu1. This is made up of one refractive index mu2. Okay. So it says that mu1 into sine of your I is equals to mu2 into sine of your R. Okay. What do you mean by mu1? Mu1 is the refractive index of your mu1 is equals to refractive index. It is your refractive index of medium 1. Mu2 is, we read this one as what? Refractive index of medium 2. This is medium 1. This is medium 2. Okay. I is angle of incidence and R is your angle of refraction. Okay. Now see in this one. If mu1 is greater than mu2, if mu1 is greater than mu2, light will bend away from normal. Away from normal. Clear? The same way. If mu1 is lesser than mu2, or I can say that mu2 is greater than mu1, okay, then light will bend. Light will bend towards normal. Clear? That is the condition you need to remember. Mu1 is greater than mu2, light will bend away. If mu1 is lesser than mu2 or mu2 is greater than mu1, light will bend towards the normal. Am I clear? What is the Snell's law? Mu1 into sine R, sine I is equals to mu2 into your sine R. Done, madam. Sure. In the Snell's law, mu1 into sin I is equals to mu2 into sin R. What do you mean by mu1? Mu1 is refractive index of medium 1. Mu2 is the refractive index of your medium 2. If mu1 is greater than mu2, light will bend away from the normal. If mu1 is lesser than mu2 or mu2 is greater than mu1, light will bend towards the normal. Okay? In this case, light is bending towards your normal. In this case, light is bending towards your normal. That means whenever it is bending towards the normal, so mu2 will be greater than mu1. Clear? Now see, mu is nothing but what? Refractive index. Refractive index is also defined as refractive index. Symbol of the refractive index is like this, mu. U log rasam kenda one small like this. This is your mu. So what do you define the mu? Mu is equals to light, speed of light in vacuum or air divided by speed of light in medium. In medium means it may be water, kerosene, anything. Clear, beta? So speed of light in vacuum is represented by C. Speed of light in medium is represented by V. So ultimately, how do you write the formula? Mu is equals to C divided by V. Okay. C means speed of light. C means what? Speed of light. What is speed of light, beta? 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second. That means in 1 second it will travel 3 lakh of kilometers. 3 into 10 to the power of 8 means how much? 3 lakhs. Isn't it? So speed of light is approximately, not exactly, approximately 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second. And V is equals to speed of light in medium. Speed of light in medium. So when the light is coming from the sun, the speed of the light is 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second. Clear? Am I clear? Am I clear? So mu is equals to C divided by V, isn't it? So mu is equals to speed of light in vacuum divided by speed of light in your air. So speed of light, refractive index. Clear, beta? Sure. Now representation, don't know, sorry. Let's see. If this is the refractive index of glass with respect to air, that means we'll be writing this one as mu g divided by mu a. How do you write it? Whatever is down term, we'll write that. So it is read as what? Refractive index of glass with respect to your air. How do you read it? Refractive index of glass with respect to air. Now, if I write like this, refractive index of glass, water with respect to air, it is refractive index of W divided by air. That means how do you read this one as? Refractive index of your water with respect to air. You always need to remember, but the refractive index of glass is 3 by 2 constant. Refractive index of water is 4 by 3 constant. Refractive index of air is 1. These are the values you need to by heart, beta. Just like a second table. Refractive index of glass 3 by 2. Refractive index of water 4 by 3. Refractive index of air 1. So how do you read this one, beta? Refractive index of glass with respect to air. So how do you write this one? Mu g divided by mu a. Refractive index of glass with respect to your air. Am I clear? Water with respect to air. Refractive index of water divided by air. That is nothing but refractive index of water with respect to your air part. Clear?
మా నాయనమ్మ వాళ్ళ ఇంట్లో
Done beta. Done beta. వచ్చి అందరికి angles compulsory గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవాలి నన్ను. Otherwise you can't do the problems related to the. Just try to revise me the trigonometric ratio fastly. Trigonometric ratios. Okay. I'm taking the triangle here, see. Take this triangle better. Make an angle of your theta. This will be your base. Represented by B. This will be your perpendicular. Represented by P. And this is your hypotenuse. Represented by H. Now, how do you write the sine theta beta anyone? Sine theta is equals to perpendicular divided by hypotenuse. Okay. Cos theta is equals to base divided by hypotenuse. Tan theta is equals to your perpendicular divided by base. Cosecant theta is equals to 1 by sine theta. Okay. And cos theta can also be written as 1 by tan theta. Clear? Sure. How do you write the cosecant theta beta? Cosecant theta is also equal to hypotenuse divided by base. Secant theta will be equal to your hypotenuse divided by base. Isn't it? Cot theta will be equal to how much for me? Cot theta will be equal to how much for me? This is cot. Cot theta is equals to your 1 by tan theta. Cot theta is equals to how much for me beta? Base divided by perpendicular. And the secant theta will be equal to 1 by cos theta. Clear? Sure. Now tell me beta. First one. Sine 0 is how much beta? 0. Sine 30, 1 by 2. Sine 45, 1 by root 2. Sine 60, root 3 by 2. Sine 90, 1. Okay. Sine 120 root 3 by 2. Okay. Sine 135 1 by root 2. Sine 150 1 by 2. Okay. And sine 180 is equals to 0. We by hearted undalana. Every time I can't write it out. Each complete chapter la chana use aithe ivi. I know you already know it out, but still, just for a sort of a revision, I'm writing this one. Am I clear? The same way if I'm writing for cos theta beta. My pen is getting stuck. Number one. చెప్పండి నన్ను ఆన్సర్స్ గుర్తున్నాయి ఎవరికైనా cos 0 ఎంతనా 1 cos 30 root 3 by 2 cos 45 1 by root 2 cos 60 1 by 2 cos 90 0 cos 120 minus 1 by 2 cos 135 minus 1 by root 2 cos 150 minus of your root 3 by 2 and cos 180 minus 1. Okay. Can anyone tell me, beta? What is tan 0, beta? Tan 0 is right now for me 0. Tan 30, 1 by root 3. Tan 45, 1. Tan 60, root 3. And 90, not defined, beta. Tan 120 is root 3. Tan 135, minus 1. Tan 150, minus 1 by root 3. Tan 180, 0. Okay, these are the basic things you need to remember. Clear? Sure. దీనికి ఆన్సర్ చెప్పండి సార్ తొందరగా if tan theta is equals to 1 by 2 beta, find the value of sin theta and cos theta. Anyone beta? This will be theta. Tan theta is given for me beta 1 by 2. Tan theta means what beta? Anyone? Tan theta is equals to 1 by 2. That means perpendicular divided by base. Perpendicular is 1, base is 2. So obviously by Pythagoras theorem this will be under root of 2 square plus 1 square. That means it will be root 5. Hypotenuse perpendicular base, isn't it? So h square will be equal to how much for me? P square plus b square na beta. So h will be equal to always how much? Under root of p square plus b square. You need to remember this one. Okay. Then what is the sin theta? Sin theta is equals to perpendicular divided by hypotenuse. It is 1 by root 5. Clear? The same way cos theta. Cos theta is equals to base divided by hypotenuse. Base is 2 and hypotenuse is root 5. Clear beta? ఓకే చలో ఈ ప్రాబ్లం చేయండి అందరూ Find angle of refraction. This is given diagram, but this is your normal. Ray of light is entered from your rarer medium. It is incident at an angle of 60 degrees. Mu here is right now for me 4 by 3. Mu here is right now for me 5 by 2. When a ray of light is moving from one medium to another medium, it bends. This is your R and it is this value of R. So apply the Snell's law. Mu1 into your sine of your theta 1 is equals to mu2 into your sine of your theta 2. Mu1 is how much for me? 4 by 3 into sine 60 degrees. Mu2 is 5 by 2 into sine theta 2 is right now R. Okay. So from this one, I need to calculate the value of your sine R. So sine R will be equal to 5 by 2 into this value will be equal to how much beta? 4 by 3. Isn't it? So this one is your 3, this one is your 4 into 1 by sine 60. Done beta? Sine R is equals to calculate the student. 4 2 is 8, 5 3 is 15 into sine of your 60. So this will be equal to your 8 divided by 15. Sin 60 is root 3 by 2. 2 ones, 2 fours. So this will be your 4 into root 3 divided by 15 is your sine R. Okay. So therefore I can say that sine R is equals to 4 root 3 divided by 15. So R is how much? R is equals to sine inverse of 4 into root 3 divided by 15. This will be the answer. Respond us. Done, beta? Sure. Write one more question, everyone. When a ray of light when a ray of light enters a medium of refractive index mu. Okay, it is observed that the angle of refractive index is not refractive index, the angle of incidence will. The angle of incidence is half the angle of refraction. This is angle of refraction is half the angle of incidence. Okay, then angle of incidence is I'll give the options. First option is 2 into cos inverse of mu by 2. Second option is cos inverse of mu divided by 2. Third one is cos inverse of your mu. This is 2 times. And the fourth option is 2 times of your sine inverse mu divided by 2. So, when a ray of light is enters a medium of refractive index nu, it is observed that angle of refraction, that means R is equals to half the times of your angle of incidence. That means angle of incidence will be equal to 2 times of your R. Then he is asking I value is equals to how much? Apply the Snell's law. Mu1 into sine I is equals to mu2 into your sine R. Okay. So first one is right now from air. So it is 1 into sine I is nothing but 2R is equals to mu. We need to give this right now for me mu into sine R is nothing but equal to your R. So it is right now sine 2 theta is nothing but how much for me? 2 sine theta into your cos theta is equals to mu into your sine of your R. Sine R will get cancelled. So 2 times of your cos R is equals to mu. Okay. That means R value will be equal to how much beta? Cos R is equals to mu by 2. So R value will be equal to cos inverse of your mu divided by 2. R is equals to cos inverse of your mu divided by 2. Clear? Now what is asking the problem? Angle of incidence. Angle of incidence is how much beta? As angle of incidence I is equals to 2 times of R. So it is 2 into your cos inverse of mu divided by 2 will be your answer. Done beta?
అది మన బాగా కింద
There was no charging the laptop button. See this question, madam. Find angle of incident find angle of incident of light so that reflected and refracted rays becomes perpendicular to each other. Okay, that is a question. So draw the diagram as per your understanding. This is your interface. This is your normal. This is a ray of light which has been incident. This is your I. This is your reflected ray. That is your R. This is your refracted ray. That is your R dash. The problem is telling that angle between reflected ray and refracted ray are perpendicular to each other, 90 degrees. This one is your reflected ray. And this one is your refracted ray. Okay. Then find the angle of incidence. I value is equals to how much? Okay. Reflected and refracted ray. You know that angle of incidence will be equal to your angle of reflection, isn't it? So I can say that R plus R dash plus 90 must be equal to your how much for me? 180 degrees, isn't it? So now R plus R dash will be equal to 180 minus 90. That will be equal to 90. So angle of refraction will be equal to 90 minus of your R. Okay. R is nothing but I only, no? So now apply the Snell's law, beta. If this is like say for example air and this is like say medium mu. So if I apply the Snell's law from Snell's law, so it is mu1 into sine of your I is equals to mu2 into sine of your R. Mu1 is 1 into sine I we need to calculate. Mu2 is mu into sine. Angle of refraction is right now here 90 minus R. So it is sine I is equals to mu. Sine 90 minus theta is nothing but equal to how much for me beta? Cos theta R, isn't it? So now that I is equals to R, I can write here sine I is also equal to mu into your cos of your I, isn't it? So mu is equals to how much for me? Sine I divided by cos I. Sine theta by cos theta is nothing but tan theta. So mu is equals to how much that one? So I is equals to tan inverse of your mu. Angle of your incidence I is equals to tan inverse of your mu. Okay, this angle is also known as Brewster's angle. Okay. We'll continue the remaining part in the tomorrow session of the class beta. Okay, sir, refraction, go through JND. We'll try to do in detail about your problems related to the refraction. Okay.